Have you noticed all the rocks around here where we live? Of course you do. You can't walk anywhere without seeing rocks. The kids and I often hike to the base of Mount Eldon, where they like to play on the rocks and just goof off. Even at the church, they love to play on the rocks. I sit on a rock and enjoy the sun in my face and the coolness of the rock beneath me. Rocks are used throughout Jewish and Christian faith and even in other religions. God is hailed as rock. God uses rock for the people to receive water in the wilderness. Rocks are used throughout the Old Testament to build altars and to remember God. It's not surprising then that we find the imagery of a rock in a favorite hymn. Rock of Ages was written by Augustus M. Toplady with music by Thomas Hastings. Toplady was born in England in 1740. He had an interest in religion during his younger years and showed this in spiritual journals and moralistic behavior. But when he was 15, while attending a Methodist revival in an Irish barn, he felt close to God and felt called to ministry. He began as a Methodist minister, but he had theological problems with John and Charles Wesley, and so he became a minister in the Church of England instead. Legend says that Toplady wrote the hymn during a stormy incident in England. While traveling along the gorge, he was caught in a fierce storm and took shelter in a gap in the gorge, where he wrote the original lyrics. Many disagree on whether or not the event actually occurred, but nonetheless, the rock is now marked with a plaque that commemorates that event. The complete hymn was first published as a prayer before being put to music. Toplady paraphrases scripture to talk about God as the rock of ages. He cites Exodus 33 verse 22, for instance, "When my glory passes by, I will put you in the cleft of the rock and will cover you with my hand until I've passed by." And Psalm 18 verse 2, "The Lord is my rock, my fortress, my deliverer. My God is my rock in whom I take refuge. He is my shield and the horn of my salvation, my stronghold." But perhaps the strongest image used in this hymn comes from 1 Corinthians 10:4, that talks about the spiritual rock that followed them. That rock was Christ. This is a very personal hymn that uses pronouns such as I and me rather than we and our, focusing on individual salvation. It's not a song for lofty singing, but it's a song for you and me and our faith. I invite you to hear now these words sung by a group called the Cayonaires, now scattered throughout. Donna Lee is a part of this group and offers this song as a blessing for our day.
Rock of ages, fled for me, let me hide myself in thee. Let the water and the blood from my wounded side which flow